Hey guys, Theme Park Mark here, and it is time for Canada's Wonderland. I actually got in to the Airbnb about 3 a.m. last night, so about 5 hours of sleep, but I'm back and ready to go. It's been a couple years since I've been here. There's a brand new coaster that just opened up called AlpenFury. I'm very excited to get on that, as well as some of my other favorites here like Leviathan, Behemoth, Vortex, Yukon Striker. There's a lot of great coasters here. It's National Roller Coaster Day. Let's just head in, have a wonderful day, and happy to take you guys along with me for the ride as always. Let's giddy up. Here is Leviathan. It's been a couple years since I've been here, so this is my second visit. Also be visiting Wonderland after this. We're gonna have 2 days here at Canada's Wonderland. I've gotten all the coaster credits except for Snoopy's, which I think you have to have a kid to ride with you, and then of course the new one, AlpenFury. I cannot wait to get back on this. Leviathan, very, very good. B&M Giga, I think it's better than Orion, but not as good as Fury, so. But still want to have a ride on it. Airtime is great. And it's just a fantastic ride. Of course, the first drop is amazing as well. I think we're gonna head to AlpenFury first, right? AlpenFury?
I just want to say that ride right there, what we were just staring at,
Leviathan?
has airtime.
Yes, it does. According to Nathan, it doesn't.
Negative.
Where's the airtime, Rolo? Right there.
Right there.
Right there. Canada's Wonderland. Yes. Let's head on in, ride some coasters. Alright, and we are in. Probably headed to this first, AlpenFury. Brand new coaster. Of course, got to get the Flash Pass, got to get the Fast Lane wristband. Such a beautiful entrance area here to this park. The fountains. Got Wonder Mountain in the background, which now has 3 roller coasters going through it. Alright, gotta stay on task. Get a wristband, then this AlpenFury. There's a lot happening here. You see 3 roller coasters. Wonder Mountain's Guardian, AlpenFury, and Vortex. I think there's Thunder Run as well, which also goes through the mountain, if I'm not mistaken. So wouldn't that make 4 coasters that use this mountain? That's crazy. Anyway, wristband finally obtained. So the store across from Windseeker, which is over by Yukon Striker, is what does give out wristbands. There's very few stores that do that. There's also a crazy long line to the right of the entrance as you come in. That's like the main one for Fastlane, but yeah, we're not staying in that line. So we went to the store instead, wristband obtained, and now we're gonna have a ride on AlpenFury. There's the regular line. It was showing a 180-minute wait. Wow, 3 hours? I don't know if I'd wait that long for a coaster ever again. Here's Fly. Looks like there's maintenance happening here. It's a Wild Mouse. I'm not sure if I'll ride it, but we'll see. I also saw an interesting flat right here I want to ride as well. Yep. front row on AlpenFury. Wow, that was an excellent ride. The inversions just kept coming and coming. Launch was great, airtime was great. No comfort collars, just a lap bar. That's gotta be one of the best premier coasters I've ever ridden. And yeah, I thought it was an excellent ride. Definitely gonna have to try and get a back row ride to see how the airtime is. He's logging it as well. Whew, gotta catch my breath after that. That was an excellent ride. I think my favorite part was the left inversion going right into the right inversion. That was fantastic. That was towards the end of the ride. And yeah, just I think pretty much every inversion hit on that. That's just an excellent, excellent ride. It might even be my favorite here at the park. We'll have to get another ride on Leviathan first before I make that decision. Gonna head towards Yukon Striker next, the B&M dive coaster. Yeah, AlpenFury, fantastic. As far as like top 10, I don't think it goes in the top 10. It's probably maybe a top 25 ride is for me. But still, I'd say world-class ride, and of course I've ridden a lot of them, so that's why I would fall to top 25. Yeah, I think either number 1 or number 2 in the park. We'll have to see if I really love Leviathan as much as I remember. Entering Frontier, Canada, where there is a B&M dive coaster, Yukon Striker. Used to be my favorite up until a few days ago. We rode Wrath of Rakshasa at Great America. This is still an amazing ride. It's the tallest B&M dive coaster still. And it's just the whole first half is all inversions, after the drop, of course. And it hits the mid-course break and it just kind of peters out after that, unfortunately. Let's have a ride on Yukon Striker. Let's go for a front row ride, Yukon Striker. It's rough. That's why I called it Minebuster. front row ride on Yukon Striker. Yeah, I still prefer Rikishi, rather Rakshasa, the Great America. This is the best first drop though on a dive coaster. Of course, it's the tallest. Why wouldn't it be? But it just meanders there in the second half. There's a decent airtime hill, but other than that, just meanders in the second half off the mid-course break. Otherwise, yeah, still a fantastic ride. The whole first half is just inversion. It's pretty intense, especially in the back rows from what I remember. So I'll definitely have to try and get more rides on this, either today or most likely tomorrow. Up next is a bad coaster from what I remember. Mighty Canadian Minebuster, or as I call it, Spinebuster. Yeah, Yukon Striker. Second best dive coaster in my opinion. Let's move on. Alright, here we go. Let's have a ride on Mighty Canadian Spinebuster. Hopefully it's going a little bit better than last time I rode it 2 years ago, but I'm gonna have to brace myself on this one. Go for a front row ride on the Spinebuster.
I bet
You weren't adamantly saying I'm not gonna go on that.
You guys are all
But you had a blast.
I did not have a blast.
You said it was the best ride there over Stunt
Oh yeah,
Pilot.
it was my number one, like overall. Look at that.
A sign of things to come.
Who's thinking this?
I'm holding on for dear life. Listen to the announcement.
There's actually a new track.
I think they did some work to it.
Yeah, the lift, the drop, and then down below. That'd be cool.
Will it?
Not the lift, the drop, but.
Hey, don't stand up.
Can I put my hands up?
I would not recommend that.
Alright, do what? Come on, stop! Hey, look, downtown Toronto.
You can do it if you want to. I'm not.
Get ready, go!
Well, here we go. They need to finish the retracting. Front row ride on Mighty Canadian Minebuster. I don't know if it deserves the Spinebuster moniker anymore, but that first half was all retracked. Since the last time I was here, that was extremely smooth, very enjoyable, great air time. And then you get to the second half, and it just jackhammers you the whole way. It's extremely rough. Probably even rougher than Soaring Timbers yesterday. So yeah, just retract the whole rest of the ride and you got a great wooden coaster here. So hopefully they do that. Needs more work for sure. Continuing on, I think up next is Behemoth, if I remember correctly. The B&M Hypercoaster, so that's where we're headed. So we do have backlot stunt coaster over here, but right in front of us is a much better coaster. B&M Hyper, Behemoth. Let's have a ride on this. Had a mid-train ride on Behemoth, row 7. And I'd say it's probably in the middle of the pack of B&M Hypers, in my opinion. First half is excellent. So many airtime hills. Reminds me a lot of Nitro. But then it hits that mid-course break, and it's like, what happened to the rest of this ride? It's just a couple of helixes, an okay airtime hill, and then you're on the brake run. Like, what? Just loses so much steam in that second half. So, gotta take it down a peg in my rankings because of that, but it's a B&M Hyper. I still love them. Up next, I think it's time for a quick beverage break, and then maybe continuing on. I might do one ride on flight deck, Tacoma SLC, which I did not enjoy that much. Maybe I'll just do one ride on that this time. The other coaster that was next to it, Time Warp, I think is gone, thank goodness. That was a Zamperla Volair, I think, and that was awful. Easily the worst coaster in the park, so thankfully I'm not riding that today. Anyway, continuing on. All right, we're zigzagging here because, yeah, I can't resist B&M Giga Leviathan. Used to be my favorite in the park. It still might be. Let's have a ride on this B&M Giga. Do flight deck later, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Let's ride this. All right, Leviathan.
You do this one?
Yeah, why not?
Hey, we could have rewrote Behemoth too. Oh! Because you know when we saw
Front row ride on Leviathan, and that's all it took to convince me again. Still the best coaster here in this park. AlpenFury, very, very close second. And I don't know, maybe a back row ride. Might change my mind on that later. We'll see, but yeah, Leviathan's, that first drop, amazing, of course, as a Giga coaster. And that speed airtime hill right by the camera, that's my favorite element on the ride by far. It's so good, especially on the front. Fantastic airtime, just a solid layout. I love Leviathan. I would say it's better than Orion for sure. Still doesn't take the top spot though. That's Fury 325, of course. But right now, I think it's another drink break, gotta hydrate, and then a back row ride on Leviathan, or back train ride. We'll see what we can get. They are assigning rows, I think. Yeah, Leviathan still number one. It was long just a moment ago too.
Oh yeah.
Before we got a drink.
Man, those are nice. Did you guys see that AlpenFury on? It's gotten much shorter.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't mind another ride on that.
No waves, no one waves.
So sad.
Oh yeah, we gotta get in line for AlpenFury by 9.
Yeah, I saw that. Just had a row 7 ride on Leviathan. Man, is that possible to even be better in the back? I don't know. The first drop was amazing on in the row 7 there. I'm near the back, next to last row, I think. And yeah, the flow to air time on that first drop just seemed to go on for ages. So good. Definitely showing why it is my favorite coaster in the park, Leviathan. Up next, we're going to continue on with some more coasters, maybe Dragonfire, maybe Wilde Beast. Not sure. We're getting Nathan coaster credits, so we'll see what's next, what he wants to ride. Leviathan, definitely will be back for more rides. After a quick beverage break, now I headed over to the other side of the park to check out some food options. I'm going to check out the place by Yukon Striker, which I ate at last year. I don't remember what it's called. I remember it being very good, so heading back to the other side of the park. Then probably continue on with some rides. After that, like maybe flightdeck. There's also Vortex. Some other coasters on Wonder Mountain as well, like Wonder Mountain's Guardian. And Thunder Run, I think it was called, the powered coaster, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's what's coming up next. And here it is, the Lazy Bear Lodge. Have a quick meal here and then continue on. All right, lunchtime is over, so how about a ride on the Aero suspended coaster? And the best one, in my opinion, Vortex.
How does it look up there, guys? How does it look? Amazing. How does it look, guys?
Best view in the park.
Wonder Magic Mountain.
We almost went upside down. front row ride on Vortex, by far the best aero suspended coaster. That was fantastic. We were hitting the brake run there. We were felt like it was like pretty much sideways. That was crazy, even crazier than the bat. All kinds of swinging throughout the ride. I love the helix as well, and kind of going over the beautiful scenery over the water. Yeah, that's a fantastic ride. Love Vortex. So I think up next, I think we're just going to continue finishing up the rest of the credits here. Might even throw in a flat ride or two. So stay tuned for more here at Canada's Wonderland. So since it's right across from Vortex and we've been kind of staring at it all day, how about a ride on this flat ride? Even though it is roller coaster day, I do want to mix in a flat ride. Oh, here we go.
Starting already. Whoa,
Why do we go on this again? Are we done? Are we done? We didn't go upside down. So that was Soaring Timbers. Actually kind of disappointing. It started off a little weird. Did a rocking, and I thought we were going to be going upside down, and really didn't. It just kind of fizzled out at the end of the ride there. So yeah, kind of disappointing, but I think we have seen it go upside down today, just not on that cycle anyway. So that was Soaring Timbers. Not sure what's next. Maybe another ride in AlpenFury or continuing on the coasters. I don't know. We'll see. It's up to Kai and Nathan, because it's their first time here. We are back for another ride on AlpenFury. Row 8 on AlpenFury. Yeah, that's even crazier than the front, I'd say. Yeah, it's relentless. It's inversion after inversion. The pacing is fantastic. Just from start to finish, it's an amazing ride. And I keep going back and forth between that and Leviathan is my favorite in the park. So, I don't know, I can't really decide right now. Maybe more rides on each. How about that? How about a new credit? Snoopy's Racing Railway. It's the last credit I need to get here. It's open in 2023, and it just opened right when I first came here. And I think you need to have a kid to ride back then, but I don't think you do this time, because Roller just rode it while we were off doing AlpenFury. He said he got the credit, no problem, so I'm gonna try. It's an art engineering launch coaster. So let's hopefully have a ride on Snoopy's Racing Railway and pick up the last credit here at Canada's Wonderland. It's a bit of a long wait, about 25 minutes or so. Finally entering the station for a ride on Snoopy's Racing Railway. Snoopy's Racing Railway. That launch actually had a little bit of a kick to it, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little more than a kiddie coaster. I say it's a family coaster. Yeah, solid ride, and that's all credits done here at Canada's Wonderland between this visit and my visit 2 years ago, of course. So not done a lot of coasters here today. We're just trying to get Nathan and Kai to have an enjoyable first visit here, do what they want to do. I guess I don't want to get all the credits because, yeah, we definitely didn't do it in the most efficient way, and not the way that I would recommend anyway. Last time I was here, I finished all the credits except for this one by 4 p.m. and that was starting over at Dragonfire, Leviathan, Wilde Beast. I remember doing Bat, which is the boomerang. And then I came to the kids area, did all the coasters that I could here. Did Vortex, did all the Wonder Mountain coasters, and then finished over at Yukon Striker, Behemoth, Stunt Coaster, and finally wrapped things up at Flight Deck and Time Warp, which was awful. But yeah, I was done by 4. So here today we've just been crisscrossing the park the entire day. I would not recommend doing this. It's a lot of walking. I mean, I'm fine, but it's just not the most efficient way. Usually I like to do things the most efficient way. And we have next, we're gonna have a ride on Boo Blasters. I'm trying to find where they are, where Rollo and everybody is. And then we're just gonna continue on riding some random coasters and probably crisscrossing the park some more, so we'll see. All right, I've been finally appointed as official tour guide at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're headed to Boo Blasters first, and then gonna finish up some of the coasters over in the Leviathan area efficiently, and then we'll head over to the other side of the park again. Not the best way to do things, but yeah, at least we finally learned. All right, Boo Blasters next. Yeah, time for Boo Blasters. I do think these are going away pretty soon from what I hear. There's a bunch of them at various Cedar Fair parks. Okay, interactive shooting dark ride. The line looks not too bad anyway. I think it just goes straight in. So let's have a ride in this. Wow. You're doing nothing. So quiet. I'm getting like nothing. Where's my dot? You'll never escape. I haven't hit a target in like
trespassing. Watch out. You are trespassing. Watch out.
Are we doing the 26th every night? Mike, can you do the Thursday? Mike, can you do
No way!
Oh, my God.
490. I ended up with about 1180, and it was completely silent in there. So just saw clips of boot blasters. Now we're gonna head over to the Leviathan area. I think we're gonna start with Wilde Beast, and then the drop tower, then Leviathan, then Dragonfire. I've come up with a plan, so that's what we're gonna do. Now let's have a ride on a wooden coaster, Wilde Beast. I remember this being pretty bad last time. Let's see if it's gotten any better.
Hey, learn to get a fast pass.
I'd rather be on that. Yeah, it is. Well, I've ridden a lot of wooden coasters on this trip so far. This has got to be probably the worst one. Wilde Beast, I can't even remember what row I rode. It shook me up that badly. This needs to be retracked, RMC'd, or scrapped. One of those three. Something needs to happen. That was worse than I remember it from 2 years ago too. Up next for the guys, they're going to do the drop tower. I'm going to sit that one out, have a little cool down, and we'll continue on with a way better coaster. Leviathan. Alright, so plans changed again. Went over here back to the Lazy Arrow Lodge and had some dinner. Now it's time to ride Skyhawk. So plans to do Skyhawk, Windseeker, and Behemoth if there's time. And we're gonna try and get in line for AlpenFury at 9 o'clock or before 9 o'clock. That's when they close the line, so we'll have another ride on that as well. So it's a ride on this unique flat ride, or fairly unique to me anyway. I don't think I've ridden one of these. Skyhawk, there's a few of them around, I think mostly in Europe. But the goal is to try and get some flips, and here it's very hard to do. I've been kind of watching it and no one's been flipping at all, so There's a certain strategy to it. I'm gonna try, but I'm not guaranteeing any flips. We'll see. So let's head right on Skyhawk.
Take off our last leg, really ready for the last leg. We'll be all clear. One down.
Almost.
Oh my God!
Oh!
Keep it hard.
Oh, got it.
There you go. Go, go.
Oh. Plus, I'm not very windy either, so that doesn't help. How did they get one flip? One more than I thought I was going to get. That's very hard to get a flip. But I had that rocking. Oh, one of them's almost got it. That was a workout for sure. Skyhawk. Did get one complete flip in. A couple times I was just hanging upside down for a little while. That was good fun. Onward to Windseeker next, which is right across the way. As we were walking away on Skyhawk, the announcer even said, "Chair 24, great job, one flip." I was the only one on the ride to do it. So yeah, that was great. Anyways, Windseeker. Let's go for a ride on Windseeker. I think it's AlpenFury. It like timed it with the launch going up the inversion there.
Down South Toronto.
Sunset happening here. Down there. I'm not gonna ride that tomorrow. AlpenFury, Leviathan. Minebuster. Oh, it's so nice. There goes Yukon. Alright, lovely sunset ride on Windseeker. Nice views of the park. And of course I'm still a little bit shaky from it. Still don't do the best with heights, but onward to Behemoth. It's 8 o'clock, so we still have a bit of time. So we're gonna squeeze in a ride on Behemoth next. Maybe even Yukon, probably not tonight. We are back for more B&M hyper goodness. Behemoth, let's have another ride. Let's go for a front row sunset ride on Behemoth.
I should say Alps. For a 3 train, they're stacking 3 trains. I mean, come on, that's rough.
It's not Diamondback.
It's rough.
Give him a break, it's the end of the day.
Dude, you're always about defending them. Why don't you just say, yeah, it's bad that they're stacking.
If it's
3
really
trains.
bad, I'd
real
call them out.
and actually call them out and say, you're stacking 3 trains. Who stacks 3 trains? Nobody.
Let's enjoy the ride.
Nobody. You know what? Ready? You ready for it?
La 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 la. Can't we just have fun?
What happened?
It's like way out there.
Cookies? You're gonna get cookies?
No, downtown Toronto.
Downtown cookies?
It's like
Cookies and
through the smog.
and oh yeah!
Time to go to sleep. Alright, one more airtime hill. Front row ride on Behemoth at sunset. Fantastic ride. First half is so good. One medium-sized trim on that on one of the airtime hills, but otherwise the airtime is great. Then you get to the second half and it's like, okay, I'm gonna fall asleep. Helix time, and then the one airtime hill at the end, which is okay. But Behemoth, yeah, I'd say it's an average B&M hyper. Excellent first half, poor second half. That's my opinion anyway. So I think we're gonna head on over to AlpenFury. I'm not at Busch Gardens. One more ride on AlpenFury since we were told line closes at 9. It is about 8:30 right now. I'm back for a night ride at AlpenFury. Here we go. Row 8 again on AlpenFury. This time a night ride. That's an excellent night ride. Very good airtime. That launch is so snappy. Like I almost had to put my hands down because that was extremely forceful. Ah, love it. Anyway, we're gonna continue on to Leviathan. We have about 20 minutes left before the park closes. We gotta hustle a little bit. Let's get one more night ride in. Another night ride on another one of my favorite coasters here. B&M Giga Leviathan.
Get 2 rides.
Oh,
ride it again, I'm using it.
Yeah. Do we have enough time? Two back-to-back rides on Leviathan, row 7, then row 8, back row. Whew, that is a phenomenal ride. I love that speed airtime hill. Got the camera there, and it's got some great photo airtime too. Leviathan, it's a fantastic ride. I'm gonna be back tomorrow for more rides. If you think it is better than Orion, that's for sure. It's gonna be moving up the rankings as well. So with those last 2 rides on Leviathan, that'll wrap things up. Day 1, Canada's Wonderland, and it's the halfway point of this trip now. We're going to continue on day 2 tomorrow. I think we'll try and ride a few of the other coasters that didn't ride today, as well as just more rides on AlpenFury, Behemoth, Yukon Striker, and Leviathans. Thanks for sticking around to the very end, guys, as always. So with that, signing off for now from Canada's Wonderland. Take care, guys.